Hi Pradeep. Hi Swayam. Hi Rumi. Hi Nivedita. How is everybody? A very good evening to all of you and welcome. I warmly welcome all of you to this YouTube session, which is on manufacturing industries and lifelines of national economy. Okay, so both of them are from the sub-subject geography. Okay, so we will be seeing the important questions, your important 1 mark questions, 3 mark questions, 5 mark questions, which important questions can come for your map because this is a chapter where you will have some map questions also. Apart from that, we will also see what are the important topics that you need to study for the examination. Fine. Okay. So let's gear up with our preparations and see. Fine. So, coming to your manufacturing industries, your important topics are industrial locations. Okay, so there are a lot of industries that you know, agriculture based industries, your steel industries, okay, your coal and all these industries. So, you should know the locations of all the important industries. Also, you should know the classification of industries. Like if there are industries which are some of agriculture based industries or some are your chemical based industries. Okay, so you should be knowing the classification. How are these classified? On the basis of your raw materials, on maybe your basis of your how much capital investment is required. So you should be properly knowing all those classification. We have one question also which is related to that. We will study that also. Then you should also know all the automobile and the IT industries. Then obviously, why is manufacturing industry this particular chapter? Why so is it so important? All it is also very important because actually industries are the backbone of a country. Or basically, we can say because of in manufacturing industries only we can actually measure the development of any nation. So that is why we say the backbone of any country, a developing country, is its manufacturing industries. Okay, then we are coming to what if suppose you are installing in industries. So obviously it has some bad effects also. So obviously all the industries will produce some kind of pollution. So what are the types of pollution which is caused due to the industries, and what are the environmental degradations which is a result of those industries? Also we can say, also we have to study that how can we control those pollution. Okay, there are a lot of techniques that we need to study, that how can we control those kind of pollution, or air pollution, water pollution. Fine. Then come we will come to your lifelines of national economy. So basically we will be studying about your transportation. And why are we saying it is the lifeline of national economy? Why? Because what happens if suppose there is any good, okay, it cannot reach from the supplier location to the demand location without the use of transportation. So transportation is very important. Fine, that is why we are calling it lifeline. So until and unless any product is transported, okay, until and unless it is transported, we cannot know that how is the economy going, how is the trading happening. So for the betterment of the trading, we have to have good transportation facilities. So we will be studying what are the means of the transportation, that are your roadways, pipelines, waterways, then your airways. Okay, communication and its type, because transportation as well as communication both are your lifelines of national economy. With help of both of them, the trade will improve and the trade will get better, and hence the economy will increase. Then we are coming to international trade and tourism. Because of your transportation and your communication, because of your transportation and your communication, because of both of them, your trade and tourism will improve. Okay, and yes, I will tell you how to remember the locations. We will see that in this today's session. Okay, so I'm moving forward with telling you the questions. Okay, so your 1 marker questions, so that questions which come for 1 mark, obviously it has to be precise, maybe a word or a line. Okay, let us see which is the first question. What are the classification of industries on the basis of your raw materials? Okay, whenever we are saying raw materials, that is what input you are putting into the industries. It can be agro based or your mineral based. Agro based means the input will be any agriculture product. Fine. Or sorry, your output will be any agriculture product. It can be your sugar industries. Fine. Then your mineral based, like all your petroleum, coal, petroleum, and iron and steel industries, they will be coming into your mineral based. If your input is your agro based or mineral based, fine. Then we are saying that it is your on the basis of raw materials, it will be classified into agro based and mineral based. Why transport is called lifelines of national economy, Swayam? I've already told you this portion. Okay, you can just see the recording again and then refer to that. Fine. So, which city is the electronic capital of India? Which is Bangalore. Okay, Bangalore is the electronic capital of India. Also, when you see that we are referring to any particular city, fine, you should also know the map location. So, whenever you are studying about it, you can have a look at the map. Just put a political map with you, and you can also see the location simultaneously. Fine. Then, third question, which major cities are connected by the Golden Quadrilateral? This is one of the important questions, so you should be knowing this. So for the four major cities which are connected by the Golden Quadrilateral is your Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, and your Chennai. Okay, both all these four cities are connected through your Golden Quadrilateral superhighways. Fine. Let's move forward. Which is the national waterways number one? Your national waterways number one. The Ganga River between Allahabad and Haldia, which is 1620 kilometers, is your national waterways number one. Okay, only this much you need to remember. Fine. So I'm moving ahead with the class. Now we are coming to your 3-mark question. So over here, you should be writing at least 3 points and explain them also. Fine. Why is manufacturing industries important for our country? Okay, as I told you, it is the backbone, and the development of a nation depends on the manufacturing industries. Why? The manufacturing industries helps in modernizing agriculture. They reduce the heavy dependency of people on agriculture by relying on machines. Why? Because there are a lot of machines which are used in your agriculture. Okay, your harvesting machine, tractors, threshers. Okay, all these are a lot of machines which are required in the agriculture. While using this machine, the manual efforts can be reduced. As you all are aware, like agriculture is a really backbreaking job, and plus if you need more output, you should replace human efforts by machines. Okay, so this is how manufacturing industries are actually benefiting. Now the next point, industrial development is the precondition for removing unemployment. That is, when there are a lot of manufacturing industries, there are a lot of industries which are at various locations, people will be getting employment. That is, your unemployment rates will go down, because as the industry is set up, there will be a lot of job vacancies will be there, so people will be getting jobs. Okay, the next, export of manufactured good helps to expand trade and commerce. How? Because whenever there will be a setting of different kinds of industries, there will be export and import, and whenever there is trade, then the economy of the nation will grow. Okay, so has all of you understood this particular question? And also the removal of trade barriers that we started in the previous session. Okay, and all those who have not watched, please subscribe to the Merit Nation and you can watch all the sessions. Okay, and the removal of the trade barriers and the making of all these industries have benefited the economy. Okay, let's move forward. Now, name the 3 important pipeline networks in India. Okay, and now you have to write down 2 advantages. So the 3 important pipeline networks which have set up is from Digboi oil field in Upper Assam to Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh, then from Salaya in Gujarat to Jalandhar in Punjab, which is the first one. This is the second one, and the third one from Hazira in Gujarat connects Jagdishpur in your Uttar Pradesh. So these are three important pipeline networks. Also, now you have to write down the advantages. The newly built mode of transportation whose initial cost is high but running cost is minimal. Okay, why are we saying that? While you are, the initial cost will be high. Why? Because when you are investing in that pipelines, that will cost you more because you have to dug at the underground, right, you have to dig a lot of roads. But then once you have properly installed all the pipelines, then it will be very easily. Also, the solid substances, they can be converted into slurry, which is a semi solid form, and then you can easily let the liquid flow through these pipelines. Okay, next, earlier it used to transport only water, but now it is used to transfer your petroleum products, natural gas, and also some solid materials which can be converted into slurry. So these are the advantages of pipeline networks. Because what happens, students, as you all are aware, like petroleum products and all these kind of substances are highly inflammable. They catch fire very easily. Also, it was very difficult for them to transport from one place to another. Most of the times when it is transferred to your you know roadways, then there was a lot of chances of accidents, right? So if they are transferred through pipelines which is underground, definitely there will be no less accidents. Fine. Okay, has everybody understood? Okay, let's move forward. Now, what are the main classification of industries? Okay, now let us take this up. The main classification of industries firstly can be based on the basis of raw materials. First, it is agro-based, in which plant and animal-based products are used as raw materials like cotton, cooking oil. Okay, all these are basically agro-based. Why? Because plant and animal products are used as raw materials. And also your sugar industries. What happens? The output which comes, it's sugar. And the input which you are putting is a sugarcane plant, which is an agro-based industry. Okay. Second comes your mineral-based. Industries in which mineral ores are used as raw materials, for example, petroleum, aluminum, coal, these all are your mineral based industries. Fine. In which your mineral ores are used as raw materials. Fine. Next, come on the basis of your roles. First is your basic. Industries which supply their product or raw materials to manufacture other goods, they are known as basic because they are the basic of industries. Like iron and steel. Iron steel industries, what are they? Until and unless they are there, they cannot supply their goods to other industries. So this is the basic industry. Then comes your consumer industries that produce goods which directly can be used by the consumer. These are your consumer industries. Okay, so this was relatively easy. Now, on the basis of your capital investment, industries can be divided into two parts based on your capital investment, which was your small scale industries and your large scale industries. If investment is less than 1 crore, it is a large scale industry. Sorry, if the investment is less than a crore, it should be a small scale industry. And if the investment is more than a crore, it has to be your large scale industry. Okay, there's a little correction, just please see to it. Then, on the basis of your ownership, it can be your public, your private, joint, and your cooperatives. Let us see each one of them one by one. The public sector includes industries which are owned and operated by the government, which is your BHEL and SAIL, that is your Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited and your Steel Authorities of India. These are the industries which are owned by your government, like your BHEL and SAIL. Okay, so and also students, remember, whenever you are answering a question, always mention examples as well. Okay, it gives more credibility to your answer. Then comes your private. Private sector industries are owned and operated by individuals or a group of people like your Tisco, Reliance. These are basically private industries, and their basic motto is to make profit, right? Then comes your joint industries. Joint sector industries are jointly run by the state as well as the individual or groups. Okay, so they are both by your public and private, in which oil and Maruti Suzuki, both of them are examples of your joint industries. Then comes your cooperatives. Cooperative units where members work in pool in their resources and share the profit or losses proportionately. Like your Amul and Mother Dairy, what are they? They are basically units of people who are working together. Okay, and they pool in the resources. Okay, it can open in maybe a small house or in a factory where a lot of people come together and then they share their profit or losses. Fine. So examples are your Amul and your Mother Dairy. Amul is your Anand Milk Union Limited. Okay, so it's a very good example of your cooperative. Fine. Jyoti, the full form of BHEL is Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. Fine. Sorry, Bharat Heavy Electronics Limited. Fine. Let's move forward. Now, what are the classification of roads according to its capacity? The classification of roads according to its capacity can be given as your golden quadrilateral. Okay, this is an important question. It can come in your 1 mark also. It links your Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai, and Delhi by a 6-lane superhighway. The north-south corridors linking Srinagar and Kanyakumari, an east-west corridor connecting your Silchar and Porbandar are the parts of this project. These highways projects are being implemented by your NHAI, that is your National Highway Authorities of India. Okay. Then comes your national highways. They link extreme part of the countries. These are the primary road system and are laid and maintained by your CPWD, that is a Central Public Works Department. The historical Shesha Suri Marg is called your National Highway number 1, which is between Delhi and Amritsar. Okay, and this is all about your national highways. Coming to your state highways, road linking a state capital with different districts headquarters are known as your state highways, and these are constructed and maintained by your PWD. Fine. Okay. Next, other types of roads are your district roads. These roads connect the district headquarters with other places of the district, and these are maintained by your Zilla Parishad. Then comes your other roads. These are rural roads in which link rural areas and villages with towns. Like under the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana scheme, special provisions are made so that every village in the country is linked with a major town. Okay, so these roads are constructed under the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. Then comes your border roads. Border Roads Organization, which is Government of India undertaking, constructs and maintains roads which is bordering areas of the country. And this organization was established in your 1960 for the development of the roads of your strategic importance. Okay, why is there another organization which is there, which is constructing the border roads? Because the basic reason is that there is another organization which is taking care of it, because the roads at that very area, like in very dangerous Himalayas and then the northeastern part, okay, all the army people and all the border people, they are more aware of the roads. Okay, so an entire new organization is only made to take care of these kind of roads. Fine, so you can remember by that. Now we are coming to your map question. Okay, so you can be asked about what kind of questions are there in terms of your map. So what you have to do, you will be given a map, and also you have to just write A, B, C, D, E in this map location. Okay, firstly you have to mark iron and steel plant which is in Salem. Okay, You can see your iron and steel plant Salem is over here in your Tamil Nadu. Okay, just towards your little west. Okay, on the border over here, you can write your iron and steel plant Salem. Then come your seaport Kandla. Kandla is in your Gujarat over here, somewhere near Gandhi Dham. Okay, so you can mark it over here. Then comes your nuclear plant Kalpakkam. Okay, so Kalpakkam is here in your Tamil Nadu. So towards your northeast side, somewhere near the tip, you can mention your Tamil Nadu Kalpakkam, which is a nuclear power plant over here. Fine. Then where is your seaport Cochin? Cochin is in here or in your Kerala. Fine. Little bit towards your south at the tip, you can have your Cochin. So the best, the best way to remember all these locations in the maps, whenever it comes, you have to just remember the state and the approximate location. Fine. Whenever it comes when you're studying, you can see. Okay. Then where is your technological park Mohali? It's in your Punjab. Over here, you can see. Fine. Then we are coming to your nuclear power plant Kaiga. Then your Kaiga is over here in your Karnataka. Okay. Has all of you understood how to, mark the map locations properly? All that you have to do is, you should know the state, where is it lying, and a approximate location. Okay, but you have to be very precise in marking. Okay, if you mark Kandla over here, that will be absolutely wrong. Okay, so this brings us to the end of the session. All of you, all the very best for your board examinations. Okay, so this chapter, it's a little easy chapter, but all that you have to do is that you should know the proper map locations, also advantages and disadvantages of maybe your waterways, airways. Okay, so you can relate it with your daily life also and then answer, but you have to be precise in mentioning the points. Okay, so thank you all for watching the sessions, and for all the previous sessions, okay, just hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much, students. Thank you for attending the session. Bye bye.